Hi, this is Vidyanag. Welcome. This is a live video which I thought I will upload and so that you can watch right now live with me or you can watch anytime later. As a part of our public speaking course, we are giving you this exclusively module, which all of you know is called as VyMAD, VYMAD. Now we are talking about the V part from quite some time. We have done various sessions on YouTube, on the Google Meet or Zoom Meet, or even one session which we did was on Air Meet also. Now, as most of you are either preoccupied, I understand this being a Sunday, you are all preoccupied and some of you may not be able to attend. So I thought, let me put out a YouTube video which is actually live. I'm sitting now, right now, live and talking in this video. If any of you join, you can always listen to me. Otherwise, you can always watch this later. And if you are joined live, do comment below and let me know what you feel about this. Visualization. Let me do a small recap on what is actually visualization. Now, this visualization is very simply the process of thinking. Thinking loud. When I say thinking, it's not about what you think, it's about what you think in pictures. Like, for example, when you're reading a story, normally the process is the brain does not just read that story, it starts creating its own pictures. I explained in my previous video some time back that when you read a story, what actually happens is your mind actually goes into your own world of that story. If the story says that there is a road and there are trees in that road, and the trees are all blue flower trees, now everyone has their own way of thinking what is that tree and how it is blue or green or red or whatever. Now, if you say, if the story is describing a girl, now you actually get a girl in your mind. If it is describing if it is describing emotion, you actually get that emotion. If the book describes, let's say, somebody gets angry, then the person actually thinks about an angry person. And when I think about an angry person, I visualize differently, you visualize differently. Very basic, this is what is visualization, which we are all doing from ages together, right from, let's say, my kindergarten till now. I keep visualizing. When somebody talks to me, when my teachers teaches to me something, there is always this visualization happening here. And that is how the brain actually takes in a lot of things. We may not have seen this happening. Hello, Abhishek has joined, I think, and thank you, Abhishek, for joining. And I hope it's very clear. If it's clear, just say yes. And this video is always there for you. You can watch anytime. Okay, so if you are thinking, it's very clear. Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you. So I will just continue now. Now, what I was trying to tell you is that a simple process of visualization, which we have been doing, right? If you remember in your kindergarten or KG, LKG class, what we call in India, you have taught about the rhymes with actions by your teacher, and that is why it sticks to your mind. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are, up above the world so high. So the imagination sets in. Every kid starts to imagine that. Now, this is what is visualization. And when we grow up, so we start learning that. Now, the problem, I'll tell you what happens. After certain classes, the visualization actually stops. We start to get to by hearting stage. When the examination things come into the play, that is after the primary, fourth or fifth or sixth or seventh, then what happens is we somehow in our system get glued to reading, by hearting, writing that, and all that things. Visualization comes down. And as you go to the higher classes, it's the focus is more on what I should answer, how I should answer, how long or short my answer should be. Now, this is how the brain starts working for whatever reason. Now, that is when people lose track of visualization. Not many people read books. Not many people read into stories. Not many people, think about a lot of things. So the visualization gradually comes down. Now, in the yester years, that is the era before 2000 or 1995, when there were no mobiles, when there were no SMS, when there were no way of communication, it was letter writing, and that's again visualization. I remember having written lots of letters to my friends, to my family, to my unknown people, which we used to call those days as pen pals. It was a very wonderful experience. So there, when I write a letter, I have to actually imagine and write, and that is visualization. So visualization technique is a very simple technique where you actually need to visualize and get things. Now, I think that's the basic of visualization, what I'm talking about. Now, how does that help you in your career? How does that help you in what you want? There are many people talking about this visualization today. If you just open YouTube and search for visualization, you will get so much of information, you're confused. And there are many people who say you can get what you want just like that. You visualize you want something, you will get it in 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 hours. I don't believe in that. But having said that, visualization is a very powerful technique. I have spoken about this earlier also. I have made you go through a little bit of visualization in my previous sessions. It's all about a very powerful technique, and there is a process which you have to follow. Good evening, Mr. Farooq. Thanks for joining. I really appreciate you. You're always there for my programs. I'm really very happy because you never miss my programs, and always there with this YouTube or AirMeet or Google Meet. Thanks Farooq for that. I'm just taking this forward. Now, this is a very powerful technique which can help you a lot in your career, provided you do it the right way. I am good, Farooq. I am good, and I hope it's clear. The video is clear and the voice is clear to you. I will just continue this for some time, and this time I'm taking to YouTube because this anybody can watch later. Some people who are not ready for this on Sunday evening, I understand. They'll have their own priorities, their own things, their own family, and their own work. So expecting them to be on a Sunday, it's difficult. But again, there are many people who are not able to attend on weekdays. So I thought this is the best method to reach all of you. So as I was continuing, this visualization technique is a wonderful technique. Now, why should you visualize? Point number one, it helps you increase your brain exercise. The brain also needs exercise, like our body. If we don't exercise for a long time, what actually happens is the body becomes fat. We all know that. And there are a lot of complications if you have a fat body. So what happens is the brain also needs exercise. How do you give exercise to your brain? It's visualization. Please make a note here. The exercise is very, very simple. It's visualization. If you are thinking, that is not an exercise. If you are always trying to think about one particular thing, it's not an exercise. That might give you stress. That might make you uneasy. That might make you somewhat comfortable or non-comfortable. So that's not the brain exercise. So what is brain exercise? Brain exercise is visualization. You sit, start thinking in pictures about whatever you would like to think. It could be anything. Visualization, there is nothing like you should think only this or this or this. It all depends on what you can visualize, what you can imagine. Now, that's the first part. The second part is now how it is powerful, how it can help you. There is something called as subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is very, very important. Subconscious mind is like, it observes without any conscious, as the name tells. It's there behind and it's an observer, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, you actually observe a lot of things. And especially kids, they observe a lot of things. And that is how they shape. They have their own impressions which they cannot clearly tell about people or what they see and things like that. So, observation is called subconscious mind. Now, when you visualize, it is actually going to subconscious mind also. And if you go and Google about subconscious mind, it says it's one of the most powerful mind that human being has been bestowed with by God. There is no doubt about it. It's proven, it's there. The subconscious mind is an active mind, which is 24/7. And it's always there for you. And what actually the subconscious mind does is it drives you to do that, whatever it has been observing. When you're a child or a children, they actually watch and in their subconscious mind. I mean, children's mind is always subconscious. And what happens is, in fact, when children are sleeping, if you're telling them something, it actually goes into their head. There are proven science behind this. And there are a lot of stories across religions about all these things. Somebody would know something, but how did they know? When they were sleeping or when they were in the womb, somebody has told to them. All these things come in. So children actually observe, and when they're about to walk, they actually observe how people walk, and then they start walking. And actually, the subconscious mind pushes the body to do whatever it has been observing for a long period of time. Without your knowledge, you actually start doing that. And that is where visualization becomes a powerful technique. I hope you are getting my point. Yes, no? If yes, please type yes. Those of you who are watching me and listening to my one-way traffic of lecturing. So, is it clear with the voice, the video and everything, or what I'm telling you, is it making sense? Excellent. Thank you. So, I was talking about subconscious mind. Subconsciously, when you observe something, without your knowledge, your body is pushed to do that. But there is a small thing which you should understand here. It's not a magic. It's not something which is like a magnet which attracts. You think today and tomorrow I get it. No. There is a process for that. And when I say that subconscious mind pushes you to do that, it depends on how much have you observed it in your subconscious mind. So this is exactly what is visualization. And many people don't tell you this. They just tell you visualize, you'll get it. How? When? Yes, they try to explain there are certain things. They ask you to write 500 times. They ask you to do something. It might work, it may not work. I am not going into that. But from my experience, from what I have researched, what I have learned, it's very simple. You have to keep visualizing. And there is no standard pattern of when you will get it. The powerful thing about visualization is whatever you visualize over a period of time, you will get that. Children visualize that they should walk, they will walk. Children visualize that they should talk, they will talk. Children visualize that if they want something, they should do something, they do that, they get that most of the times. And as they grow, they start leaving all these things, as I was telling you. A powerful technique is lost by us. When we are child, we do it. Nobody taught me a lot of things. And today, if you ask me how do I know, it is because I have been observing, I was interested in that. If somebody asked me that how I know this good English, coming from my background where I was not an English medium student, or I did not even know how to speak a proper English because I was staying in a proper town like most of us. And in our family there were no people who were talking English, except for the fact that there were some newspapers in English and all those things, and we used to write letters, and that was not a great English. But how did this happen? Because I was obsessed. I was visualizing myself talking in English. I was visualizing myself. I am a great English speaker. And today, God's grace, that has happened. I'm an international speaker. I wanted to write a book, so I read a lot of books. And before actually writing a book, I wrote a lot of stories. And people started liking that. Then I got a feeling, okay, I can also become an author. And this did not happen very quickly. It took some time, but it drove me there and made me write a book. If I am able to speak good English, it's because I was visualizing, not that I was taught English, so to say. Nobody taught me English. I learned it. How? I visualized it. Same with my dancing skills. I always say I'm a great dancer. Nobody taught me dancing. Visualized. I watched movies. I was obsessed with that. In front of the mirror I used to do when I was young and all. So today I can still do that. I still have the passion because I still visualize that. That is the power of visualization. So you see, it's all about first understanding what is visualization, trying out the visualization. What is visualization? Read a book, visualize. Forget about what visualization is. Forget about, don't read about or don't go through things like visualization can get you anything quickly or all that. That could be true, but there need to be a certain level before you reach that. For a person who is learning car, initial days are all focused learning, then slow, then fast, and then traffic, then next level, and finally if he is very good at all these processes over the period of time, he can even participate in F1, Formula, racing. So directly you cannot go to racing. So this visualization is also like that. First start visualization. Now where it becomes very powerful, I am giving you a complete picture of visualization in this video to you. I hope you are liking it. Those who are watching, if you are liking this video, live video, please say yes. A complete overall picture about visualization. Now this is a very interesting technique. I hope you got what is visualization. I have given so many examples, so many things. Now if you have understood what is visualization, now I will tell you how to get that. Like in my case, I wanted to buy a car. I did not own a car for a long time. So what I did is, whenever I was in any vehicle, I thought I am driving a car, including public vehicle. In India, bus. I actually used to prefer sitting behind the bus driver seat, just for the thrill of thinking that I am driving this bus. I used to act like that. Many times I closed my eyes and started thinking that I am driving a car. Even after my first stint in the corporate world, I did not have a car, and daily I used to commute in the normal local bus. And I started visualizing that I am actually driving a car. And I did this for quite some time. After 2-3 years I did this, and it was like whenever I sit in something moving, I am driving. So after some time, things happened. I actually owned a car, which I never thought I will own so soon. Similarly, I wanted to visit abroad, and my background, my skill, my profession was not that which allows me to go abroad so easily. Unlike your engineers or computer engineers or software engineers or those who go for higher studies, it was not my kind of, I was in training. And even though I was in a corporate world in training, there was not much opportunities for trainers to visit other countries. Training people are supposed to give training for their own office, in their own, wherever they are working. So that was the case. And even many people made fun of me. When will you go US? I used to say, I'm in training. The moment somebody, some government puts a bus from Chennai to New York, okay, then I will go for it. I'll buy the first ticket. Which means to say that they will never do that, I will never go to US. But in my mind, I started visualizing. This worked wonders. I started visualizing that I am there, I am there, I am there. And suddenly one day, my manager called and said, you are flying. It was it was a big shock for me. Shock in the sense like, I never thought I will go on. This manager of mine, when I was working in the PeopleSoft project, calls me and says, you are going to US. Keep your passport ready and give it to the HR, and they will take care of the visa and other things. It was such a surprise that my passport was not there. And I did not even want to tell that I did not have a passport. I had a passport, but there was some issue. I had not used it for a long time. So I had to get this done. And my visualization was so powerful, my dear friends. I got even the passport ready. I even went. I even stayed. I enjoyed. I learned. I came back. Not once, but many times. But did it happen overnight? No. I used to visualize I am flying. I used to visualize I am already there. I used to visualize I am training to a different kind of an audience. This happened. I would like to caution you here. For everyone, there is a time period. It depends on how much or how you visualize. For some people, it can happen in 6 days. For some people, it can happen in 6 months. Some people, 6 years. Some people, 16 years. But it will happen. It all depends on how you visualize. There is a technique. There is a process. If you are interested, talk to me one-on-one. We can look at that. I can teach you that process. Second thing about visualization, other than getting, okay, I think you got the point. Now, visualization can get you whatever you want if you start thinking about it in terms of pictures. Like, for example, I told you I wanted a car. I actually saw the car picture in my mind. Me actually driving. Okay? So that is visualization. If you want money, if you want health, if you want to reduce your fat, there are a lot of scientific data available. If you go and check in the YouTube, that many people have become slim by just standing in front of the mirror for half an hour and thinking they have actually gone down. No medication, no pills, it's just psychology which works, visualization which works. And subconscious mind tells your body that you need to do this and it pushes you to do that. There is no magic here. There is no anything extraordinary here. It's a human psychology, it's a mind. But you need to be dedicated, you need to believe it. Don't experiment. If you don't believe it, don't do it. Stand in front of the mirror for daily half an hour and think that you have actually gone down. I will bet, I will challenge, after 1 year or 2 years, you check your weight, you would have gone down. But this 1 or 2 years, daily half an hour, you must have done. If you do it just like that for some days, for some time, it may not happen. So this is the power of visualization. Your health can set right. Your body can become fit. You can do wonders. You can look good. You can look beautiful. You can look handsome. You can do whatever you want. That is the power of visualization. It's not about getting what you want, it's about being what you want also. So in the most of the meditation process, in VyMAD, meditation also is there. I'll talk about meditation later in the coming sessions. But what I would like to tell you is that most of the meditation is about visualization again. One of the best meditation which I did, try it out on some of you who attended my previous session. You start getting inside your body, close your eyes and start from your hair to your toes, inside your own body, thinking that my body, my hair, my head is relaxing, my eyes are relaxing, my nose is relaxing. Then go down deep into all parts of your body and then come out of your body. Visualization, imagination I'm talking about, and then see your own body and give instructions. My body is, I can see myself smiling. And then you go and visit the places where you want to visit, visualization. Which I normally do, I go to places where I would love to go, which I am not physically not able to go. It could be a park, it could be a temple, it could be a place where I would like to visit. I visualize and then I come back to my body in the same visualization. This is one of the very, very, very powerful technique of meditation. Now, by doing this, what happens is you are telling your body, you are telling your subconscious mind, everything inside me is perfect. So, as I told you, subconscious mind drives you towards that. The concept is very simple. The psychology is very simple. If you are always thinking about that, without your knowledge, you will start doing something which helps you do that or get that. So visualization, my dear friends, is a very, very powerful technique. So I said graduate step by step. Read a story every day. book every day. If you are not a reader, read one chapter every day or one story, a small story. Start with a magazine. So magazines contain smaller stories. You read the story, and that story will help you visualize. So visualization also automatically happens. So visualization is a process for which you need visualize. Let me make it this clear again. To understand visualization, you have to visualize. So start with reading a story. Go to a bigger reading, and then start trying something simple like what you want. Now, then you go to that process. There are a lot of process. And as I was telling you earlier, this visualization can also help you. People who have already mastered this visualization. I have seen one of my masters who visualizes so much. He's a master in that, and he actually has demonstrated to me that many times he actually starts and tells me, look, I'm going here, I'll have a parking space there. And he goes and actually finds a parking space. That's the power of visualization. But that is again at the very higher level, PhD level, which you can reach. Any one of you can reach. There is an entire process for that, entire technique for that. I will put a small video, which I will record and put it with the music and all, about how to visualize your own body internally, and practice that for daily about 10 minutes, 20 minutes. After 3 months, tell me if it is working for you or not. I know it was a very one-way talk, but a lot of good things I have put in this talk. And this video is there for you to watch anytime. If you are not able to watch now, it's absolutely okay. You can watch anytime. The link is there for you. Just go to my channel, click on this link, watch it. And give a comment on how was this. And those of you who are already there online live, can comment how did you like my talk today. Was it good? Was it helpful? Let me know. And I will come back to you next week. I will intimate about what will happen next week. This is about visualization. We have completed it. I hope you have got it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Comment or, Vidyanag.com. You can find a lot of information. And that's it. So I have one question here. It was really good. Thank you, Mr. Farooq. I really appreciate. Thanks for somebody saying it was good. Any questions, feel free to ask me. Feel free to talk to me. But only one thing is, I will reply when I am free. I will reply when I can. So please don't mind about that. But definitely I will reply to all your questions. Keep it coming. Share this video if you want to with somebody you love, or your family or your friends. Let them also get the benefit of this. And I will come back to you again. And I hope you enjoyed this session. Thanks for those who watched live. And thanks for all of you who are not watching live but will watch this video later on. Thank you. And this is Vidyanag, inspiring many, infusing success. The talk is about visualization. I hope you like this. Thank you. See you back later.